Alright guys, this is Andrew from NW Scooter Co. We're going to be teaching you guys how to put together an SCS custom complete scooter. And yeah, here we go. Alright, so we'll be starting with the brake. Obviously you're going to need your brake, deck, nuts and bolts. Then you're going to need a socket, which is always easiest. And you're going to need a 3 Allen wrench. And first you're going to want to slide your brake in. And you're going to want to hold it in place while you get the nuts and bolts in there. And I'm going to put the bolt through the top. Push it through the other side, pull it down, and then put the nut on. Now you just do the same with the other one. Then after you got them both screwed in, just take your socket, your Allen wrench, the socket on the back side where the nuts are, and then tighten it up. Get it nice and tight so you can have your scooter dialed. You always want it dialed so it sounds better, rides smoother, just get your tricks cleaner and everything. And once it's all tightened up, it should look just like this. Alright guys, now I'm going to be teaching you how to put the forks and SCS and headset portion of the scooter. So what you're going to want to do first is you're going to want to take your headset bearing that does not have the top crown race, that doesn't have this, and you're going to want to slide it into the bottom. Like you can kind of see it's kind of like an arrow. It goes and then it slants in. Where it slants in is the way you want it to go upwards into the scooter. You don't want it upside down or else your scooter's going to spin weird. You just don't want that. It's going to mess you up when you're riding. Sometimes you got to hammer it in, but it's all good. Should look like this when it's in there. After that, you're going to want to slip your forks through. Put your crown race on. Should be at this stage. Now you take the top one with the top crown race and you keep it in, and you take the arrow looking slide, point it down, and then you're going to want to take the headset cap and push it down onto your fork so it holds it all in place. Push it all together nice and tight, and forks and headset should look just like this. Make sure that's how yours looks. The next, you take your SCS, slip it onto the forks, make sure everything's straight and lined up. Then you take the compression screw, put it in the SCS so it can bolt into the forks. Should look like this. And after that, you take your 5 Allen wrench and you start screwing it in. You always want to make sure your forks are nice and tight so your scooter can stay dialed just like the brake and everything else. Just make sure that you have everything lined up to where you want it. So you have your clamp and forks, perfect. And then it should look just like this. Everything's all lined up. You got your forks, headset, SCS in, compression screw in the middle, and that's what. Okay, guys. So now we're gonna be showing you guys how to put the wheels in. I have a peg, so I can actually show you how to put a peg on. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna take your bolt, feed it through the peg, and then push it in. Should look just like this. If you have a washer or if you don't, doesn't matter. Just makes your scooter dialed. And then you push it through. Take your wheel. Push your wheel in the middle. Push the bolt through at the same time, and then try and get it right in between the wheel, just like this. And then you can take your Allen wrench, push it the rest of the way through. Should look like this. Then you're going to want to take your nut, and then screw it on. Make it as tight as you can so your scooter can be dialed and all that good stuff. Then we're going to take a wrench, and in this case I'm using a 6 Allen wrench. Feed through, find the threads. And then you just tighten the old bad boy up. You want to make sure there's no side-to-side jiggle between your wheel. Have her roll nice and smooth, and got to give a quick shout out to Coke for quenching my thirst. It's good stuff. Okay, so now I'll be showing you how to put the back wheel on. Alright guys, now we're on to the back wheel. What you're going to want to do is take your bolt, feed it through a hole of the deck, put a spacer in, and then you want to grab your wheel, feed it through, get the bolt perfectly through the wheel and the spacer to get through the wheel into the other side. And then once you're over on the other side, you're going to want to take your other spacer, feed it through. You're going to want to push your bolt all the way through the wheel, both spacers, and out through the other side. So it should be just like this. Then you're going to want to screw her on. Make sure it's all nice and tight so you guys can keep your scooter dialed. Make sure there's no side-to-side jiggle. Brakes all tight. You got spins good. And now we'll be on to the bars. Guys, so now we're on the bars. And what you're going to want to do, take them, slide them in. Make sure they're all the way down. Everything's straight. Your wheel, bars, forks, everything. And then after that, you're going to want to tighten from top to bottom your bolts. Going evenly. Jesus. Okay, so just keep tightening up till it's all nice and tight. Your bars are straight and everything. Remember, top to bottom, so it's all evenly tightened. Get it as tight as you possibly can. And then should be good. Screw should be done. Looking just like bam. And yeah, like, comment, subscribe, you know, all the good stuff. Shout out the Coke again. Refreshing. So yeah, we'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.